experience. Please welcome Rachel.
Alright, Josh said it, 7,000 miles away. That's where I've spent 4 months of my life. And y'all have probably heard a lot about Cambodia from me already. Maybe you're thinking, why does she have to talk about it again? But it's an experience that God has blessed me with and that I'm really passionate about, and hopefully in sharing that with you all, God can be glorified, because I learned so much, and hopefully some of that can be shared with those I'm with here so that God would be glorified, like I said. So this is my photo album that I made in 9th grade for Mrs. Wells' class. It was my quarter project. And it was really a perfect project for me because I'm passionate about writing and photography in Cambodia and the gospel, and I got to encompass all of that in this. So, where is Cambodia? Some people ask me, are you going to Africa? I said, no, Cambodia is actually in Asia. It's near Thailand and Vietnam, around there in Southeast Asia. And the reason we went is because the first time they needed a substitute teacher at the the school there. And so my dad taught, and really the reason we went is because of the change that Jesus has made in us, and that we want to share that love with others. And it was an incredible way to do that, and an incredible time to learn so many things being outside of our comfort zone, and just relying on God in whole new ways. I mean, just all my comforts and everything that's familiar to us was completely stripped. And that was an awesome thing that God did to teach us how to rely on Him more and things like that. So like I said, my dad taught. We went to orphanages. We went to certain villages where the poverty was just incredible. And I mean, you guys can look at the pictures, but it's just incredible how privileged we are here and how little people have. And it just gives a whole new perspective on life to see things like that. One example of extreme poverty that we saw was we went to a child care center for kids whose parents went to the dump every single day to look for anything they could find in order to sell it so that they could have some money for food. Anyways, I was able to outline the album, kind of give an introduction on Cambodia. It's a really interesting country. The people are really beautiful, and gosh, the city, just driving around, is incredible. Sights and smells that I've never seen before. And I was able to tell why and use some scripture and really just share some things from my journal and some hard things that we saw, and end it with kind of telling about how much I miss Cambodia. I do miss it. But one of the things I've learned here is that ministry is all around the world, and so we can pray for people there and people here, and that is what I have.